Hello, everyone, and welcome to more OWCS, the Overwatch Champion Series. My name is Davion, and with me is Salsa. How are we doing today?
I'm doing good, at least as good as I can with a little bit of sickness, but we're pushing through. Overwatch stops for no one.
No, Overwatch always is going, especially this Thursday. We have a lot of bracket play, which seems to be the theme of March, especially with March Madness going on as well, right? It should be a lot of fun. We are here in the NA bracket. It's the we're done with qualifiers. This is it. Students of the Game M80 is what we're casting over on our this stream today. I think Timeless and Pip is going on over on the other stream, so this should be a blast. So you can see the schedule here, all these games going on. How do you feel about this matchup today?
I think this matchup's really good. There's a lot of really good players on both sides, and it's just going to be a barn burner.
Dude, the talent is insane over here. I mean, when you just look at these rosters specifically, I mean, they are chef's kiss. They're so well put together, so awesome. And honestly, all these teams have a lot of talent, right? But with our matchup today, Students of the Game, I mean, Infected, Scissors, PGE, Psycho, Rack Attack, Cal, that's a banger of a roster, and it doesn't slow down because M80 also has a banger roster with Hawk, Hydron, Pelican, Spectra, Lep, UV, and Ranko. Whew. That's a lineup.
It is an incredible lineup, and I mean, just any roster that has a group like Hydron, Pelican, and Spectra as your DPS lineup is just insane in how good they are. And
having one of them on the bench is insane.
Yeah, exactly. You have to put one of them on the bench. How do you do that? They're all so good.
Well, you see the map pool today: Nepal, Kings, Esperanza, Servasa Circuit. If you don't get there, it is a 1st to 3 today. It's Nepal time. These teams are ready to attack, and I'm kind of curious to see what we're gonna get. But Pelican is in. I actually didn't expect him to start. They've been playing a lot of Spectra, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm actually really excited to see Pelican.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting, and I think Nepal, especially starting on Shrine to begin with, is a good map to see where teams are after the patch. We haven't seen these teams play, at least in official matches yet. So we've seen obviously some of the EMEA games, and sometimes the meta has not really changed. But here, both teams are going to be running this Orisa composition. Yeah,
it looks identical. We have exactly the same comps. I mean, Orisa, Soj, Tracer with a Kiri and a Lucio. Makes a lot of sense. Mauga did get smacked by the nerf in that most recent patch a couple days ago. So we're going to see the matchup, and these teams are just poking it out, feeling each other out right now. Pelicans already used that recall, and no one's really getting too low except for a little bit of Infected there. And there he drops. Infected's gone.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really brutal opening pickoff, and M80 should get this cap, and really just trying to get everyone up from Students of the Game back into the spawn room, and because this fight's just dead lost.
Yeah, they've already capped up, but you see PGE get a pick at the end. Scissors does go down to UV, though. Hydron is down, but, I mean, you're playing Soj, you're going to be getting back a little quicker than a couple other characters would. But it is a 4v4 right now, and a quick stick, but it's immediately cleansed. A very good reaction time from Cal to make sure that Pelican didn't get value off of that pulse bomb. And now Infected is low again, but just trying to stay upright here and keeping themselves alive. It looks like a very slow play here, maybe giving up the point a little bit, but they're bouncing back. M80 at least.
Yeah, no, they're giving up the point a bit, but they're still contesting it enough and are committing ultimates now to try to reclaim this point, considering they were invested already.
Yeah, and they're gonna match it. Cal decides to match that. Rack Attack matches with the beat. Pulse Bomb was used on Hawk. Hawk's half. Hydron's kind of low. Is gonna get taken out by PGE with the overclock. Infected takes out Hawk. PGE's down from Ultraviolet. Ooh. There it goes. Sorry, I had a quick little black screen there, but Rack Attack and Scissors clean up the fight. It looks like Students of the Game are going to take that, and it's going to be their first cap of the map.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of resources committed for both teams, but Students of the Game get the upper hand there. A very nice pulse bomb from Scissors onto Hawk means you just shut down a lot of the tankiness of this roster, and you've already used Suzu as well, so you couldn't protect against it. So, very useful, and now trying to go for a very vanilla fight.
Oh, but they use the cleanse, but it doesn't help Hydron out at all. A little too late to save him. But you're going to have a lot of the Infected using ult there. Hawk used the fight before that. All you have coming into this fight now for M80 is both DPS ults. But Students of the Game don't have anything. So we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Scissors is close a bit to a pulse bomb, but it will take some time, and that is more than enough time for Pelican to find somebody to stick this pulse bomb to.
Yeah, you're trying to find someone. Last one got cleansed very quickly. Usually we see a lot of tapping on the tank, but Hydron's gonna pop the overclock, trying to get a kill, and if Infected does go down, trying to just stay alive now is Hydron. Saw the railgun staring down, but there goes Lep. Scissors gets a good pick there. Now you're just fighting. Oh, well, I lied. Scissors is gone as well. You're fighting a 4v4 there for a split second, but now it's all over. Cal makes it even though. Pelican is down with a headshot. Hawk takes out PGE. Rack Attack and Cal follow up, and now they recap it. 79% is what students of the game have, and that 58% is counting upwards.
Yeah, very good staggering to at least keep the percentage going for students of the game, and at 80%, this is now like 1 or 2 fight territory. M80 might, if they ever let the point flip, might have 1 additional fight if they're quick. But this is a position where students of the game need to capitalize as soon as possible.
Yeah, they have 3 ults to, I think it's going to look 3-3, very even here if M80 can build Hawk's ult up really quickly. Pelican's already really low, but playing Tracer, you know, you just get in and out real quick. Like, there goes the Kiriko ults from both sides immediately used. Gonna see a cleanse, a pulse bomb tossed up into the air. Beat is dropped for M80. Lep is gonna keep everyone alive. Here goes Hawk with ult. They see cleanse come out. Both Infected and Hawk are spitting at each other. Both of them are pretty low here. Hawk might not get out, but there's the cleanse to save the life. Rack Attack gets taken out. Infected gets Hawk, and UV is taken out by PGE at the 99 mark, but it's even now. Pelican gets Infected. It is a 3v3 at the moment on the point. Let's see how they capitalize on, but you're going to see, I believe Rack Attack's coming right back into the fight now, and they're going to get taken out. That's a late stagger as they flip the point. It's 85-99. Scissors gets 2. They're going to have to be a little careful coming back, and they might have to stagger in.
They absolutely do need to stagger in. You're still a little bit too far away from Hydron's ultimate to maybe make a difference and turn things around. You have to touch 5% remaining.
Yeah, 3, 2. You're going to have Hawk come in as Doom. Does punch the wall, tried to get out, but was not able to, is taken out. Trying to find anything. The next touch is in. It looks like Pelican is on, trying to melt somebody. UV goes down. It's going to be a tough one for M80 to recover from that, but Pelican finds PGE. Lep is going to get taken out. It's a 2v4 at the moment, and they are unable to touch. Students of the game take round 1 on this amazing first map in Nepal.
Yeah, I mean, very back and forth. Just a very interesting, varied game. And the way that these teams have interacted and played around each other is just, I mean, it's the top tier of Overwatch we get to see from Overwatch League, basically. Most of these players are Overwatch League players.
Yeah, these are all former OWL players. I mean, we've seen, I mean, Pelican and Hawk and all played together in Atlanta, I believe, for a little bit. So there was that.
For a good long while, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was that 1 or 2 seasons, then went over to before Pelican went to Houston, and it's just insane. It's insane how much talent is in this one match, and you're gonna expect that. These 199s, I hope we get more of these close bouts, as they're looking like they're coming up on the same comps, except we see a little change. Pelican's gonna go over to the Sojourn, and you're gonna see Hydron over on the Sim. Pelican's gonna take out PGE early in this fight, and we see everybody else is the same from students of the game.
Yeah, I mean, that is an interesting swap from if you have Hydron play the Symmetra instead of having a Tracer on the field. You're letting Scissors run a little wild, but the amount of damage and just like point presence you can have with Symmetra on Village could be absolutely oppressive to the enemy team.
I agree, and it's because it's Village though, right? If it was a different kind of map, you're thinking a little differently, but Village is the perfect map to try to run this type of comp on. But you see Scissors is on the flank. Pelican gets a little low there, but is going to recover nicely. Lep is getting low, getting a little bit of HP back from UV, helping him out as much as possible. They're trying very hard to get in, and they're having a tough time. They're going to pop the Kiriko ult. Ye get online first. You're going to see Infected go down very quickly, and it's too much. Rack Attack's down. Scissors trying to recover with the team. The TP comes up. There was a pulse bomb, but it doesn't find anything. That is the end of that fight, and they're going to try to get these staggers. Pelican's going to go down, but they're going to find PG in the process.
Yeah, that pick does not matter really for Pelican. Now that one might matter a bit more.
Oh yeah, that's important.
The exit frag onto Ultraviolet might be a way to have for students of the game to get into this.
Well, they did stagger Cal at the end too.
Yeah, that's true.
It's close.
So, I mean, you're down both of your Kirikos, so it will actually slow things down to even.
Yeah, I mean, with the percentages that they're at right now, you're going to see Infected pop ult. Here comes the beat to match it. They didn't flip the point quite like they were looking like they might, but they look like they're about to be able to cap it. But there goes the Kiriko ult to match it, and there is an ult from Rack Attack trying to keep everybody alive. Somehow, I don't know how Hawk get in that position, but Hydron's going to go down to Cal. You're going to lose Hawk as well. They're trying to find anything and everything to match it. It is going to be unable to capitalize off of that. They're going to use a few ults to get in. It looks like it is about 79%, and now students of the game finally capped.
Yeah, I mean, very good way to get in there. Now here I think is a small issue with the composition for M80. I don't think Symmetra, personally at least, is as good getting onto the point as it is to hold the point. So now kind of on the offense, trying to take the point, you have a little bit of a weakness, I think, of how this Symmetra has to engage.
Yeah, and they get in, but Pelican's gonna go down. PG popped overclock. Pelican's still holding on to his overclock. And now you're just gonna see Lep and Hydron follow it up. That's a team kill for the students of the game. And now it's 33% and counting. Ult advantage still on M80 though, I think, for this next fight.
Yes, absolutely. Students of the game had to commit ultimates to that fight to try to keep that percentage going. M80 has a Kitsune rush, and oh, that's even worse. Okay.
Huge pick for Lep there.
Finds a pick, and that will be the way that M80 can get in.
Yep, and they're gonna be able to TP right onto point. No real spam to help them out. They're gonna flip it very quickly and easily because they have to be careful. But now with 82%, you're trying to find a way to get in, and they're trying to match this. There's the Curie ult. You're gonna see Scissors go down. Hydron's really low here. I think Infected pop ult there, and now it's just cleanup crew. They flipped the point so quickly, and now they're winning the fight. I don't think students of the game have a chance to win this one out now. You're gonna see a contest from Cal, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. They use Suzu. Pops ult, but now Pelican finally popping the overclock, but I mean, it doesn't matter. That's a wrap.
Yeah, so onwards to Sanctum we go, and the Symmetra pick really paying off for M80, able to just lock down the point and push us to final round.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is what we expect from these types of matchups, right? We love seeing this type of gameplay from these teams, and the Sim was a good pick. Hydron does have the experience playing Symmetra, so it made perfect sense to whip it out on specifically that map. Now with going to Sanctum, I expect to not see Symmetra. More of what Hydron's locking in right now, which is, of course, the Sojourn. So this should be fun. I'm curious to see what Pelican plays. I'm assuming it's just going to be Tracers. Tracers been the theme of the day. From both sides. Yeah, Pelican Scissors immediately go over to them. But the Orisas have been fun to watch, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely interesting to see how the matchup has been between the two.
You know, I mean, both of these tanks have been very effective in trying to make space for their teams. And now, I think Sanctum's definitely the map where that makes the most difference because of just how cramped everything is.
Oh, what a play. PGE snipes Pelican there with that right click, but UV catches Scissors, so no trace for either team, and PGE lived that shot on 1 HP. I am not exaggerating. 1 HP there, and now UV and Cal got really low there for a second, but it's gonna recover nicely. It looks like students of the game have the point. Neither team has their tracer, so it's pretty even right now. They're trying to find anything to make a little bit of a difference here, and it's gonna be a little bit more point presence from M80. It's just Rack Attack sitting on the point for this team of students of the game, but is contesting extremely nicely. And Scissors is gonna find Pelican on the pick, does get another hit off there, but is trying to just clean up here. Scissors is gonna get 2 Hydrons down, and they're gonna cap the point.
Yeah, I mean, Scissors winning that Tracer duel and then finding Hydron and just seeing that he's at low HP and just barreling down, trying to get that extra pick, get both DPS out of there. Just a very nice point of aggression, and takes the first cap.
Yeah, and we saw the Tracer duels have been a blast, right? Pelican had a little bit of them in the first round, but Scissors is coming with vengeance this round. Scissors gets low there, does grab the health pack. PGE has this positioning sitting on that top left pillar there. We're gonna see both Kitsune rushes come out, trying to find any difference in this. UV gets really, really low, is still really low. Scissors is gonna take him out. That is a wrap. Cal gets left, there's no supports left. You're gonna find 2 ults used from students of the game, only 1 used from M80. Trying to find anything. Hawk is staggered late, but 40% and counting now for students of the game, trying to wrap this map up and take an early lead on this series.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely the goal. Having to commit 2 ultimates versus the 1 is a bit unfortunate, but the tools that you have, the key tools, you're slightly behind. You need to build them up faster, but as long as you can get them in time, you'll probably be fine. And that's really this beat from Rack Attack. You have to get this before the engagement begins.
Yeah, and Hydron using overclock here is so important because you're trying to create space. They're going to be able to flip the point just by using the ultimate, not even getting anything off of it. But it's a really good kite. But now you have the opposite side. PGE has this. And then you're going to see Beat come out from both sides. Lep trying to help. There's a pulse bomb. Doesn't quite find the target, but somehow finds Cal. TP to him, and I'm not sure how that was taken out. But now you're going to see Scissors and Pelican getting into a little bit of a duel there, trying to find the other, and Pelican is going on the great chase into spawn, does find it. That flip at the beginning of the point from Hydron's overclock was humongous.
Yeah, absolutely, and you commit both of your overclock and your beat, get nothing for it, and you really only have this pulse bomb, and that's it.
Well, with how these Orisas playing, yeah, I mean, Infected's gonna get old real quickly.
That's true. That is true.
But it's been awesome, right? Hawk has his ult. He's going in, trying to actually capitalize potentially on it. Getting real aggro here. You're gonna see TP in. You're gonna get really aggro on the Kiriko, trying to force the TP. Gets real low, pulls Javelin, but it finds one, but loses life for it. PGE's down. Now it's up to the other 4 with no tank trying to find anything. You're gonna see a very low person there, but somehow lives. Pelican finds Rack Attack. Now you're, like I said, Infected has ult, trying to find people, has Hydron in the sights. There goes the cleanse, has people in the corner, but somehow dies and no one dies for it. Hydron somehow gets the kill, and now they're still winning the fight with no tank. Wow, M80 clutching up there.
Yeah, that is just ridiculous. Just a nice way to clutch it up. And Infected just being a little too over aggressive with the ultimate, and that will put the team behind very much. You have this Gutsune rush, but nothing else is coming up in the horizon, and that's gonna get mirrored by M80. So yeah, just having ultimates like this beat and this pulse bomb can be the tide turners because you can't mirror them.
Yeah, and you're gonna have double Kitsune rush here, looking for a pulse bomb. Pelican, but UV goes down, but Infected also goes down with it. Looking at PGE here, maybe trying to find the kill there. Is unable to do so, is gonna get the Mega to kit back to full. Scissors is actually gone. Lobs the pulse bomb, cannot find because they rotated. Hawk gets Rack Attack, and on this last fight, Hawk kills 3, and M80 is going to take Nepal and the first lead of the match to them.
Yeah, it's been a very back and forth series, but I think that M80 is like just the way they've been able to contest point early on Shrine and Village. It's just a little bit of a step ahead than students of the game, but very, very good from both of these teams. I mean, this is going to be a very, very competitive series, it looks like.
I mean, yeah, what did we expect, right? My favorite part about having this is you can see live stats. It's so cool. You can see the live stats during the game without pressing tab. I mean, you just see so many different things that happen during that game. The amount of damage, the healing. UV had almost 20k healing. It was insane amount of sustain. And what I think the biggest thing was, and the difference between M80 and students of the game, where it was their rotations and their ability to contest point, right? We saw Hydron just popped an overclock. They capped point from it. They tried to match it back with their own overclock. M80 maintained point presence, didn't die, and then they won the fight and got to build up to like 30%, which means that they had to win one less fight late game, which obviously used their advantage because they got to pop the ults they use and use the appropriate ult rotation to win those last fights.
Absolutely, yeah. Just using that one ultimate to trade for point presence, even if you don't get a pick on it, yeah, it's an objective-based game. If you get the flip, that is as good as a 5K. And yeah, then being able to then build it off, like you said, off of a fight is just so impactful. And now we have King's Row coming up as our second map.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what comps are going to play. I feel like we're going to see a lot more of the same. But I mean, it is King's Row. Anything is possible. We could see some sims. We've already seen Hydron whip out a Symmetra, but that is kind of what I was looking for. King's Row is an Echo field day, and we know who one of the best Echoes in the world is, and that is Pelican. And I fully expected that to come out today, and I hope I get to see it.
This is a treat. This is an absolute treat. And yeah, it's interesting the way that students of the game are kind of getting their composition into this from the defense. They're playing the same composition. They're trying to just play good, honest Overwatch and not, I don't want to say disrespect the Pelican Echo, but kind of say we're better than it anyway.
Right.
And I think that's an interesting take because of just how normally rush-centric this map is.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing if PG can get a couple of good shots.
Yeah, and they're playing the same thing. Sojourn is still very prominent. Sojourn's one of the best, if not the best DPS in the game right now. So it's very fun to watch both them go at it with Hydron and PG, and they're both playing amazing. I'm enjoying it a ton. But Pelican on this Echo is insane. So we're gonna see if someone can find a pick. But we already have a tick over there for M80. The point presence is just not there for students of the game. They're still giving up presence. They've given up 48% before they can recontested. Hydron's gonna get a head tap onto PGE. That might be it because of how much percentage they already got on the first beginning of that fight. Pelican's gonna go down, but Lucio is also gonna go down. Rack Attack no longer on the point. But you're gonna see a little bit of a contest here from Infected trying to find anything. He's gonna find someone in that fight. Lep was taken out. Hawk gets infected though, and that should be it. I think Scissors may look to contest a little bit, but is going to be unable to do so, and they're going to try to get out and try to maybe fight this corner potentially.
Yeah, it looks like the play, and I mean Pelican just made so much. Oh, that's a brutal double kill for M80. As soon as the game have to just really take a long trip back, they cannot hold that corner anymore. But yeah, Pelican just made so much space, such a big threat that students of the game just had to play around corners. They couldn't make any point presence and just gave up a tick almost immediately. And really now you have to get a better answer to Pelican here. Otherwise, he'll just rain hell from above.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you give him just a little bit of space, he's gonna take a mile. So it's gonna be it's definitely a blast. And we're gassing up Pelican, but Hydron has been really, really good. Opened the entire door for that fight.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna see both Kitsunes pop. Hydron popped ult as well. Just like I was talking about, trying to find the Infected here. It's gonna find him with that boost from the Kiriko ult. It's just insane. Cal's gonna take one with him, but no one else is gonna go down with it. So that is gonna be the end of that fight. It looks like Scissors trying to find anything, but oh, Pelican with the copy as Kiriko even finding a little bit of sauce there. Hawk speared out PGE there too.
Yeah, and you will have a beat to mirror the beat from M80 if you're students of the game, but this overclock really has to do a lot of work. It has to trade the same way that Hydrons traded into Infected on that ultimate, and I'm concerned that Hawk is going to be able to play this a bit more aggressively and get that before PG can get into a good enough position to do that.
Yeah, we're gonna see if PG can get something out of it because this map has been a little bit of a just snowball, but we need to find something that's stationary, and there was gonna be it. It would have had the high ground advantage there. Both beats are popped, but gets sucked right back in from Hawk, so was unable to actually do anything and get the angle they wanted. Hydron's gonna find Infected with another headshot. Hydron is playing out of his mind right now, trying to find every pick. Pelican's going to get Scissors, who is now on the Echo, by the way. No more Tracer. I didn't notice that swap. PG does find Hydron, a little bit of revenge, but loses life for it, as we have 4 minutes and 50 seconds for point 3 here on Kings Row.
I mean, yeah, this is just about as fast as you can go on Kings Row, and I mean, it's been a steamroll for M80. Students of the game not able to get a presence on the cart and actually get a solid fight win, and they don't quite have the tools to be able to get that done. They're about to get a copy, but that's it. And I mean, just when PG dies so quickly, you can't engage. You have to be able to you have to fall back and try to get for a team fight, but at this point you're giving up too much distance.
Yeah, I mean, you're just giving up way too much distance. Like we said earlier in the last map, that point presence is really, really important. And Hawk's gonna get another 2. Finds not 1, but 2. Pelican's gonna get the best of Scissors again this fight. And it's gonna be really rough to try to contest this with those 3 picks at the end. I don't think they will. 4 minutes.
They gained time. That's 4 minutes, 3 seconds. They gained time.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, hey, Kings Row, sometimes it's like that, though, right? Kings Row, if you get one, you get
like
rolling.
That at times.
We'll see if students of the game can do it back.
This is the difficulty for students of the game now. You have to forget completing the map with time on the clock. It seems to be a difficulty now to just complete the map.
Yeah,
and then you have 4 minutes to just try to work a draw. That is... You need a pace equaling M80 to even have a remote chance at trying to come back in this series, or else you're going to be looking down the barrel of an 0-2 very fast.
Well, I've seen crazier things, right? I think something that we need to
Of
keep
course.
in mind is just completing the map with time gives you an opportunity, right? It gives you a
Exactly,
chance.
yeah.
It gives you a chance. It's not, does depending on the time bank, it's not, I don't know if it's a great chance, but it is a chance, right? So you have to keep that in mind. If you're a student of the game, the big thing now is to keep your head level. You don't want to go into this, well, we just got rolled. Cool, run it back. Let's do it right back to them. Let's try to get back into what we do best. Because I mean, they played phenomenal last map. It's really, it happens,
Yeah.
right? It happens. Now let's see if students of the game can come back and make a statement here. And we are going to see that swap. Pelican's actually moving over back to Tracer, and Scissors is actually going to play the Echo. So we'll see if that plays a factor here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting switch for Pelican to not be on that Echo.
I was a
But
little shocked after
don't,
the first map, after the first
yeah,
round.
I don't dislike it. Because Pelican is just also so good on Tracer as well. So if you could find an early pickoff onto somebody just diving in, that is as good as Echo hitting stickies.
Yep, exactly. And we're gonna see the point presence again. It looks like they're giving up a little bit, but doesn't get the same type of point presence that M80 had on their first attack. They're gonna get out really quickly, and high drawn again. But there goes Scissors, finds Pelican. It looks like Infected is pretty low there. You're gonna see Scissors come in trying to find anybody. Does get the Hydron with stickies, but Hydron's gonna take out of the air with the railgun, and that should wrap it up. They're kind of going to this room to get a fight in, maybe get some people out so they don't give up the high ground, but that should be wrapping up the fight. Lucio's dead too. Hydron, 3 in this fight alone.
Yeah, just playing fantastic. And
Make it a 4.
The attempt to try to salvage the high ground is a noble one, but I think you're staggering too much.
Ooh, what a
and
shot from Hydron. My gosh.
Yeah, and now PGE is getting doubled up. Just trying to reset, has died again, and now you're staggered even more.
Yeah, man, it's tough to come back from those types of situations, especially when you have people like Hydron playing like this today. I mean, you just saw double head taps on PGE both times in these fights, so it's hard. It's hard to overcome those types of shots. So let's see how they respond. Ult charge is up for M80, but not as much for SOG, so we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, and also we saw Scissors switch back to Tracer as well.
Great point. Great point. I did not catch that. And this is why there's 2 of us and not 1 of us. So they're going to have point presence. They're going to pop the Kiriko ult. No one's really there. So it was just more of a kind of delay helping them out to get a little bit better positioning. But now you're going to see the high ground is taken over. SOG has it. They rotated very effectively there to get to that high ground. Now they're going to drop, touch the point. They're stuck in hotel. M80 stuck in hotel, trying to find a way out, trying to contest. They will get a contest off. You're going to have the Kiriko ult from them, and that's going to help a ton. You're going to see Beat come out from Lep. They're going to get a tick here, and they're going to try to keep contesting this. But Hydron is gone, so you don't have one of those big damage boosts right now. And now you're gonna see Pulse Bomb come out and get nothing. Both javelins are spinning at the same time. What is gonna happen? Oh, and Hawk is the loser out of that one. Got tapped by PGE if you didn't see, and that is going to be the fight win for SOG. Great fight win. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it took a lot of effort, but just getting into second or into streets is like, that's just so important. You have just a little bit of a victory in a way to say, we can do this, we can keep our momentum going, let's do this.
It's all a mental thing.
Absolutely need that. Yeah, exactly.
All a mental thing. So we know both these teams have the talent to win these games. It's all who has the better mental in certain scenarios, and this is one of those times where you're gonna have to keep it up. And man, if you saw, Hydron got staggered just a little bit at the end there, so they're gonna get some good push. If they would have been able to recover, they might have been able to contest a little bit sooner. And that choke is a pain in the butt on King's Row to get through if you have the right people playing. But now you're gonna see Pulse Bomb and Beat come. Beat here. Beat's gonna come out. Hydron popped ult, but through a Beat, it's a little harder to try to get picks off because not everyone's gonna die to a headshot. Beat is gonna wear off, and it doesn't matter. Hydron is still getting picks off. Rack Attack's gonna go down. Scissors is trying to even the odds here, maybe help out, but it's not gonna happen because there goes Cal, there goes Infected, and that is the end of this fight. Oh, we're gonna see a late stagger.
And I mean, also getting one more exit frag, and now
maybe another.
Scissors is trying to get out if
Scissors
they can. Yes,
is good.
Will get out.
You're good. All good.
Yeah, and did not overcommit and use that Pulse Bomb as well, so that can be used in this next fight.
Absolutely. Both Pulse Bombs are online. UV is actually going to have Kitsune Rush here as well. Lep has been doing a phenomenal job on beats. You could see the difference in beat charge here from Rack Attack and Lep. And now you're going to see Cal's also building up towards the Kitsune Rush too. You're gonna see UV use it very quickly. Doesn't have anything to match quite yet, but there it is. It's gonna match right away. UV does find a pick though onto PGE before being able to pop ult. They're gonna try to find any capitalization off of this, but Pelican is gonna get picked up. Infected hit it. Infected's gonna pop ult. It was a very quick one, trying to do anything with it. They're gonna get kills. Hydron's gonna go down. They're gonna see Hawk use ult here too. Is gonna get people really low. They're gonna find two. UV's back into the fight, gets one. Hawk finds another, and that actually might be a fight win for M80 after looking like they might not win this at all.
Yeah, I mean, very back and forth, but it is a fight win for M80. You commit a lot of ultimates. It looks dire, but they get enough kills to turn the tide and keep students in the game from being able to over-aggress.
Yeah, now you're looking at that ult charge. It's looking a little rough. PGE's gonna have to find something. There's no beat. There's no javelin spin to hurt you here. Just pray that you find a pick here. You're gonna have that. You're gonna get the high ground, trying to find anything. It's right there. Doesn't quite get it, but Rack Attack's gonna find Pelican, so that helps a ton. They do get a little bit of positioning here for it too, so that's gonna help a bunch. So they backed out. They really good kiting there from M80. Only losing Pelican is huge.
Yeah, and I mean, you have these pulse bombs that are gonna get traded, but I mean, M80 is just such an ultimate advantage otherwise with this Kitsune Rush, and the Hydron ultimate is coming up soon, that overclock.
Yeah, you're
but
seeing
the beat is going to be the way that they deal with that overclock Rack Attack at 98.9% for that.
Yeah, but you lost Scissors. Pelican chased, and now Infected's going to get hit with the Pulse Bomb. I think they just want to regroup and try to win the next fight. It's looking more and more dire that they're going to cap with time, right? 30 seconds left on this. When you're done with this fight, it looks like it might be a OT push. Then you have a minute and a half to get through third. It's going to be tough. It's been done, but it's going to be rough. The Javelin is online for Infected, looking to get it. 4 ults for students of the game. They have to press the Q button this time. You're going to see both Kitsunes come out. There's one. You're going to have to pop some things. This is your last chance. And there's a good Javelin spin, but it doesn't find anything. There's going to be a beat coming out. Hawk's going to get Infected. Hawk's going to pop ult now. 10 seconds left, 8 seconds left. Hydron trying to find people is going to get stuck, is going to get taken out. So 4v4 now. Scissors trying to clutch up and stay in this game, but Cal is going to go down in the process. Let find Scissors, and that might be the wrap on the fight. OT, someone trying to touch. It can't be Rack Attack. Great boop from Lep, and M80 is going to take a 2-0 lead in this match.
Yeah, I mean, there's flashes from students of the game, but I mean, just not quite there, particularly on this map. Just could not get a foothold on defense whatsoever, and it started to get something going on offense, but I mean, just the time bank issue is so difficult to kind of get your mental out of there. And yeah. I mean, they just, you almost get to cap second, but not enough time. Just the way you have to engage that is just a bit too difficult.
Yeah, I agree. And it was rough because there were a lot of times where we were watching those fights happen and PGE was getting picked off like very quickly every single time. I mean, it's tough. And I think the craziest part about it is Hawk and Violet each only had UV, I'm sorry, Ultraviolet only had 1 death each that game. So like that round is insane. So I mean, it was a great all around performance from M80. They had 4 minutes and 3 seconds left. Held them to just 1 point capped. I mean, you can't ask for much more out of a performance there. And with a third map rolling up here in just a moment, I mean, we're going to head to Push and Esperanza. So what do we think that's gonna look like?
I mean, Push is gonna be, I think, a difficult one because if M80 can just cycle a fight win or two, students of the game are gonna be in a pretty dire position. I don't think that it's over. I think they need to work on trying not to get picked off by Hydron, which is a tall ask. Let's be clear.
Let's be real.
But you do need to try to focus on not getting picked off, particularly PGE. Just a lot of railguns just slamming PG in the head, and you're down a member very early on in the fight, and such an impactful member like Sojourn. So you're asking a lot of Infected and of Scissors to try to make up for that, and that is a bit too much of a burden to bear. So you need to see that worked on coming up on Esperanza.
Yeah, and I mean, when you have, regardless of the fact, Soj is one of, if not the best DPS in the game. And when you have it in the hands of Hydron, what do you expect, right? I will say the underrated battle that's been going on, and I don't know if you've been seeing a little bit in the backline there, the Scissors Pelican matchup has been really interesting because it's been a little back and forth, but I've seen Lep come through to help Pelican and actually put pressure on Scissors a little bit more. So I like seeing that. With the Malganerves, we kind of weren't sure what we were going to expect from some teams here. So Orisa has been the stepping stone, I guess. So that makes sense. I'm surprised I haven't seen a little bit other comps, but Orisa makes sense. I love seeing Orisa. So it's all at least this form of Orisa. We've seen the other forms of Orisa that we're not fans of, but this one's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do think you're right with Lep being a very just peeling for Pelican really well, just high level play and trying to get whatever edge you can in the Tracer duel. And keep in mind that the Tracer we're talking about is Pelican, so that's already such an advantage over anybody. And then you are saying, oh, here's another really good player you have to deal with as well, and you're kind of getting hit for a 2-for-1.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
very difficult to deal with.
Scissors is holding their own. I don't want to. Let's not take away from Scissors.
I'll make sure.
Let's give
Scissors
them
are playing very well, very well.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I've been loving seeing it. I think what we need to see a little bit more. I think if we can get the tank matchup has been feels dead even. What I have been seeing is I really feel like the difference maker of this game so far has straight up been Lep. His old cycling with beats, how they're getting it. I've been seeing Kitsune rushes go back to back. I've seen Cal and UV going back and forth every single time. It's just been insane. So I love seeing the Lucio gameplay being a big difference maker. And I make sure to pay attention a little bit more on this map if you guys are watching them, because it's been a fun matchup, let me tell you. But this game, 2-0 is the score, but it doesn't feel like a sweep, right? The first map was, I think, 100-99 on 2 of the points. So it's like, it's been close. Don't let that last map fool you. They got some in them. Sog has something in them.
Yeah, no, don't count them out, even though the scoreline looks bad, and especially if you just came in after watching the Kings Row game. This team has really good firepower, and they can get just a fantastic play or two, and this can turn the whole series around. And I don't think that that's going to suddenly change on map 3. I think that students of the game are still absolutely in this. They just have to keep their mentals in check and say that they still have a decent shot at winning this. They have to bounce back rather than just kind of having a mental collapse.
Right. I 100% agree. I'm definitely interested to see how these matchups continue. I mean, it's going to be the mirrors, right? We see Pelican, we see Scissors TPing their team out. We're going to see the swaps over to Tracer. No?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. I was like, it took a little extra time there. I was like, no way.
There's a little bit more distance,
right?
to get to the spawn room.
That's
to
valid.
actually switch your hero. So
that's valid. Yeah, and it's definitely good. Infected taking a lot of damage. PGE taking a lot of damage there. Lep is taking a lot of damage. A lot of damage spread around from both these teams. You've seen both golds be popped almost instantly, and now Infected's gone. Hawk is just spraying down and just doing Orisa things here. That Lucio is getting really low. Rack Attack trying to get out. Cal also is gonna get speared. Is gonna be one. Doesn't have a TP. Did him. There it is. But Pelican gets taken out by PGE, which is huge, but is gonna cost the life of it. And push has started on a little bit already. 10, 12 meters already going. Lep's gonna find Scissors there, and we're fight one. Very quick one.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the issue potentially for students of the game. If they can't get an early flip here, they'll just be pushing back up to mid, and then potentially losing a fight and going right back to where you were. It's, I mean, the ultimate problem with push at times that you just cycle like that, and it seems insurmountable. And this is absolutely the opportunity where students of the game have to make something happen.
Yeah, they have to do something. They need to shake the momentum, right? You're really far back on that momentum side of things, and you need something to shake off, and that's not gonna help. Hydron just having the game of his life right now. PGE has just gotten sniped again with the railgun, and now you're gonna see a Kitsune rush with not one to match it, so they're just gonna run him down. Infected's gone, Cal's gone, Hawk finding 2. A third one almost hit the spear, but Lep's gonna find his counterpart and Rack Attack, and they're gonna get this first point cap pretty quickly.
Yeah, but getting these forward spawns just increases how much pressure that M80 can put on students of the game. And students of the game absolutely need to try to find a fight win as soon as possible, and M80 are just making it so difficult to get that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. You're seeing they're trying to get in, they're trying to make plays, they're trying to take the angles, but M80 just has everything on lock. They're doing a great job of rotating, a great job of calling things out, and Hawk's already going to take out their Kiriko. Hydron's going to pop ult. but it's not going to be able to match too much. They're going to get Zuzu'd, and you're going to get stuck. They're doing everything to take out Hydron, but they're going to lose 3 and 4 in the process. So that is the end of that fight. With a win, there's just one person left standing. Are they going to find him? Who's left? Is it Scissors?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, it is Scissors. They're just running around. They're chasing. They are chasing.
I mean,
Scissors.
yeah, take advantage. Just capitalize. If you could stagger a member of the team, do it.
There are 3 people here fighting Scissors in the back line. There are 3 of them. And now they use Kitsune Rush, and Ultraviolet's going to die. There are 3 people chasing Scissors in the back line. They're going to Huck's going to ult the stall.
I do like the call to over-aggress onto Scissors. I don't like the execution of sending 3 people to do it. And unfortunately, if you still had somebody on the bot and like some presence, you'd be fine. But you just completely abandon it, and now students of the game get back to mid, and they take away these forward spawns, and they have a bit of a life into this game.
Yeah, that might have been the swing they need. Scissors survival somehow magically swung the fight in their favor. Now PGE is going to come on with Overclock. You're going to have Pelican with Pulse, but Hydron again taking out PGE early. It's just, it's rough. It's rough.
Yeah, I mean, Hydron's just been dominating PGE for the latter half, like for most of King's Row and a lot of this map as well.
Well, they traded Soj.
Yeah, like, they traded off, so that there's a bit of an opening for students of the game to potentially not have to deal with that Sojourn just being so oppressive. Yeah,
but now Zuzu's been used. Kitsune rushes on. Pelican finds Rack Attack, and now they're just trying to clean up. Cal is low, is going to get taken out. Now you're going to see PGE pop it, Rail, and it's going to... Overclock gets 1. Doesn't find anyone else, though. The bot is still getting pushed right now. You see him underneath you. It's an Orisa, who is a raid boss sometimes. Does have a lot of HP, but is not going to go down. Pulse... Hydron taken out by PGE. The Pulse Bomb was...
Little...
that was a little overzealous. I liked it, though.
A little predictive. I respect the attempt. I don't know if I think that's a good attempt, but...
Who am I to judge? They're better than me, man. They got a brain.
Exactly. That's the thing. I can't.
Who am I to judge?
I would whiff that and have it fall into the room.
Exactly. They would have been in my face and I would have missed it. It's okay. I get it. It's definitely been a fun back and forth match here. 89-23. They have Sog has a chance to actually recover really nicely here. You have some people low for M80. They're just trying to get their HP back, which they will. And now you're just trying to find a pick somewhere, right? You got to find something to open the door for your push.
We got to pause.
They're calling for pause, but I don't think you can just pause it, right? Is there like an admin thing that they have to do? Pelican's gonna find Scissors in the process of this.
I'm not sure.
That's tough. I hope whatever happens, they're okay. But Infected is gonna pop ult, is going to look for it. They go Kitsune Rush to match Hydron. Hydron, whatever he was calling for, he seems okay right now, hitting the shots that he needs to break down the beat. And Lep's gonna find Infected, and that should be end of that fight here. And they're gonna rotate back for M80.
Does not matter. Hydron still being able to do it. Will fall eventually, but
yeah, Cal,
I mean, if it just caused so much chaos, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and there goes Hawk getting Cal at the end there. So it's all good. They're gonna push this bot, and they might get it. They should definitely get the forward spawn. They might get even further, honestly.
They probably will, yeah.
Oh no, quick engage. I see the student. Sog is at the bot. They're ready to go. But doing the classic, just back up.
Yeah, the classic, back up. You don't have to engage them anymore. You have forward spawns. You played our game.
But now you have that high ground advantage is always nice. Scissors, the ult advantage is there for M80. You're looking at 2 ults maybe for Sog. I mean, PG's gonna get ult up online really quickly. And they're just trying to find an opening again. Scissors needs to find it. Pelican versus Scissors again in this backline, like I said, has been immaculate. Scissors gets low, is gonna get Pelican low, but then both use their recalls. Hydron's gonna get PGE with that, but it was a spear that it really took out. Scissors actually finds Pelican there. Hawk's gonna find Cal. Infected is taken out by Hydron with the Kitsune Rush helping out. It looks like Scissors gets low there, is gonna get hit with a rail in the body, but I don't think it's gonna matter. I think no. Scissors gets out.
Yeah, now they will be probably gaining some percentage. Actually, no, they just back off again.
Yeah, I mean, it's the game, right? They have the forward spawn. They have nothing to lose. They don't have much more to gain. They're just keeping the high ground advantage. They kind of saw where the spawns were. Scissors gets picked out, though.
I mean, just Pelican winning the Tracer duel, and now you're fighting that 5v4. It can be so difficult with just getting threatened. PG finds Lep, though, and I think that's a bit more of an impactful kill.
Yeah, it's hard to back up when Lep is taken out, and now they're pushing the bot though. So that rotation was very interesting from M80. Very good rotation though, and now they have a little bit of an extra bot advantage there. Trying to find anything to open this door is Sog. They have 2.5 minutes left to make something happen, but Pelican is going to take out Rack Attack, so that is not something they want. But Scissors takes out Hawk with the help of Infected, and they're just looking for anything to open this door again. Like I said, they have a few ults online, but I don't think they need to use them after what we just saw. Hawk is gone, so you need to get aggressive. You're going to see the ult pop up. Infected's going to die, so you trade it out. Hydron is using the overclock, trying to find someone, has the sights on. PGE again can't take the kill. Finally getting maybe winning a duel potentially. Scissors gets Pelican. That's huge, but PGE is going to go down to Lep. They're trying to find someone to help them out here. You're going to have a tank back, and Hawk sees the opening in that corner, but will not push it to try to get that ult off. I saw the vision, Hawk. I saw it.
Yeah, but also in the meantime, the card's still been moving this entire time. There's even more distance for students of the game to have to try to build back.
That spear was insane. Oh, Pelican's gonna get Scissors. They're gonna match Kiriko rushes here, trying to find anything to win this out. And Lep is gonna take out Infected. They're doing something here. Pelican is gonna get Rack Attack. They're trying to make something happen with the Kitsune rush, plus Infected ult is just trying to find anything. They're trying, they get picks, but then they get picked right back, and they just can't keep moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so difficult. Hydron finally falls, but I mean, you have a minute, 15 seconds. Infected's down, and I mean, you're still nowhere close at 102 meters. It's a long shot, but students of the game still have the tools to potentially get this flip. It just has to take a bit of a miracle.
Yeah, but there's Scissors finding one. Cal's gonna go down, trying to find Lep. Lep is just gonna run away, but will bounce right back. They're trying to get anything. They're gonna rotate here. It's a long one, right? Because at this point you have to win how many fights with a forward spawn cap, right? You have to cap forward spawn still. So 43 seconds left. I mean, a trip to the lower bracket finals, or you keep your upper bracket run alive here. What does Sog have in him for these last 30 seconds, right? Here's the contest from Pelican. Trying to get a little bit of poke damage off. Trying to help out Hawk is what they're doing here. And there's, oh, Infect is going to go in. Does get a lot of potential. PGE is going to have the ult. There's a Hawk. They're going to get booped back into the ult, but it's fine. PGE somehow survives. Overclock is not going to find anything. Scissors finds Pulse Bomb. It's eat. Pelicans is eaten. Scissors finds two. The Pulse Bomb exchange was huge for the favorite students of the game. Finally, they break something open. They had to use absolutely everything, though. They used 3 ults that fight, and we're in OT.
Yeah, but M80 used everything as well, and by the way, a very fantastic beat from Rack Attack, keeping PG alive from that Orisa ultimate, and
saved.
Was the kind of the way to get back into this game. And this can be the fight that they just about reach the forward spawn, so if they can get that going, they will have a chance back in this match.
Yeah, and they're gonna attack the high ground here. M80, they're chasing down, they're trying to chase down Rack Attack, but Rack Attack's gonna get out very safely. It looks like Hydron has the high ground control now. Kitsune Rush is online for both teams. Both are gonna pop it. Everyone's looking for their picks now, trying to find a pick to help themselves out. It's just, no one's dropping. Both of these ults are just helping out. Hydron almost has ult online, which could be the difference maker. Hawk gets really low, looking to pop ult here. They're gonna get the forward spawn cap, so the bot is not moving temporarily. Here is the overclock trying to clean up the rest of this game. Is gonna pop infected a couple times to deal the damage, but there's the spear. No one's going down. Hydron gets low. Cleanse is there to save the life of Hydron. Hydron somehow is still alive. All that damage into him. Hawk gets infected. This could be the end, and it
Someone has to touch.
No one is there to touch, and Sog cannot recover, and M80 takes the match 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, it was a first map felt close because it was close. Then there was some sparks of life in this match, but I mean, just a very varied series overall. And but M80 gets the job done.
And such big plays from Sog too. I mean, you saw like all the plays of the games were just there, right? It was all it was all Sog for play of the game, but just couldn't find the end. I mean, some big plays were made. Teams were doing their thing. Big win from M80. I love the confetti dropping. That's so cool. I love it a lot. They're gonna head to the semifinals in this double elimination bracket. It's been fun. I mean, winner is of the I believe Luminosity and I can never say this. That one. I can never say it right. Shikigami, there it is. Winner of that game is going to move on to play M80. Loser of that game will play SOG in the losers bracket. So it's not over for SOG. I think they may have pulled a rough matchup, but it should be a good have a good chance for the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been just very interesting to see how the group stages went, and we'll continue to see how the losers bracket goes for students of the game. They're still not out of it quite yet, and this team is skilled enough to make a run through losers.
Absolutely, down but not out, right? You just got to let them know it's okay. But we're not done, right? We have a game going on right now. Timeless is playing Pip. I believe it's only 1-1. That game is still really close. You got that on the OWCS. You guys, if you want to, head on over there and watch it out. But that is it from us. Production, thank you guys so much. You guys are rock stars over there on Prods. They are awesome people. They do their best. Salsa, God, great co-caster. Look at that. The color commentating was just phenomenal today. It was a blast. Your play-by-play was great too. I try. It was a blast to cast a game. I'm happy that my first OWCS casting was here. I really appreciate it. But that is it from us. Go enjoy that game. You guys can see. I don't know where Shiki LG is playing. I don't know if it's
that is not. That's on other co-streamers. It's not BPL or official stream.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere random. So you guys got to go. Sorry, guys. So, yep, we'll be back for lower bracket. So you guys enjoy that. And we'll be back. Don't worry about it. But go check out Timeless and Pip over on BPL Main, Bad Pachamari League. I believe the link is pinned. So go check it out.
We're probably hosting it.
Exactly. We'll probably chill for a minute. So we'll take you guys later in the day. I hope you guys enjoyed the casting. Thank you guys so much. My name is Davion. That is Salsa. We're out of here.